Hmm.
Dear children, when you gather for assembly on the ground, at that time, before the bell rings, you are in the crowds. But when the bell rings, at that time, what you do? You stand in the rows. How do you stand? Some boys will stand in the rows of boys, girls will stand in the rows of girls. And after that, not only boys and girls, but you classify yourself as per your class as well as division. 7 students will stand in the row of 7th only. 6 students will stand in the row of 6th standard. In this way, you classify yourself according to some criteria. Now, at that time, what is the similarity among you? You are all children, my dear children. And also, you are all students. Come to school. And then, what is the difference among you? The difference is that you are classified as per your age, as per your class, as per your division. In this way, we have studied the concept of classification. Hierarchy of classification. Hierarchy, that means Srenikram. The arrangement of things in an increasing order from species to kingdom is called hierarchy of classification in botany. Now botany and zoology, these are the branches of our biology. There is biodiversity in our surrounding on our earth, and as per the biodiversity, there are different plants, animals, insects, the bacteria, viruses. There are so many living things existing on our earth. Now, when we watch all these things, we observe all these things. At that time, if we see any animal, we call it as cow, dog, like that. How can we call them as per the names? Because they have been classified as per the rules of classification, and there is hierarchy of classification. The animals, they are classified as per their hierarchy. That means from species to kingdom, they are classified. That you have to see in the next classes, the actual process of hierarchy of classification. Only introduction is there in this standard. Then they are classified as per there's a kingdom, then phylum, order, class, and genus as well as species. Then who has done this important work? Whose contribution is it? The scientist Carl Linnaeus. He has studied over this classification, and he discovered the system of binomial nomenclature. Dear children, I have told you the meaning of bi. Bi means two. Binomial, that means dvinam. Binomial nomenclature. It consists of two names. That's why it is called binomial. In this, as two names are there, which are these two? One is genus and another one is species. So binomial nomenclature, it is a system used to identify each organism. If there are many plants, many animals, how will you identify them? To identify them, this system has been discovered, and this system helps us to identify the organisms as per their names. And scientific name, it is the every organism has given some scientific names, and this scientific name consists of two things. One is genus and another is species. For example, if you are in my class and if I want to call Aditya, at that time I will say Aditya, stand stand up. If there are two Aditya, both will stand. At that time, they will get confused to whom I am calling. But if I call him Aditya Jadhav, stand up please. At that time only Aditya Jadhav will stand. Why does this happen? Because of this binomial nomenclature. And if there are mangoes, at that time Mangifera is the genus that is used for mango. But there are different species of mangoes, and for that the species will differ as per the type of that mango. That's why genus and species. Genus is it is used for commonly it is used for that organism. But if there are subtypes of them, at that time species will differ as per their types. It is internationally accepted system of naming the organisms, and that's why it is international code of identification of organism. And this in this there are two things. For example, binomial nomenclature of Corford. All of you know Corford, and we know the name of Corford is aloe vera. In this aloe is the genus and vera is the species. Aloe, see, genus begins with capital letter. That's why aloe, the beginning of this aloe, it begins with capital A. But vera, it is species, and this species begins with small letter. That's why vera, it is having small v. And whenever we write, remember students, in textbook, they are written in italic form. And while writing in notebook, what we have to do? You have to underline every time whenever you write the scientific name of any organisms. At that time, you have to underline them separately. Genus and species, they are underlined. Then Homo sapiens. It is the scientific name of human beings. Homo is the genus, whereas sapiens is the species of human beings. There are different species, Homo erectus, Homo sapiens, and Homo is common. They are human beings, but there are different types. That's why there are different species. Mangifera indica. It is the scientific name of our king of fruit. Yes, it is mango. The scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica. What is it? Mangifera, it is genus, and indica, it is species. In this way, these are few examples. One plant we have taken as a representative of plant kingdom, aloe vera. Homo sapiens, it is a animal, that means human being. In this way, there are millions of scientific names of millions of living organisms. And if we see them in detail, you don't have that much detailed information in 7th standard, but whenever you study them in higher standards, at that time you will come across so many scientific names of so many organisms. And we have the chart of some few organisms, some plants, some animals on page number 9 of your textbook, that we will see. And 29th April, it is given, the special days are also mentioned in our textbook. And 29th April, it is the special day, that is World Frog Protection Day. We have to protect the wildlife, and for protection of wildlife, some special days are celebrated. For example, World Environment Day, it is celebrated on 5th June. Like that, 29th April, it is celebrated like this, World Frog Protection Day. In this way, we have studied classification, then hierarchy of classification, binomial nomenclature, and the genus as well as species.